Hey guys, Jay, welcome back to the channel. Oh my god, everybody. We really were wondering what was going to be happening with the Snake Lair and Lord Pythonus, as there really were only about 3 days left, actually less than 3 days left, to back the Snake Lair and be able to unlock Lord Pythonus. And from the looks of it, it really didn't look like it was going to be possible, as we were still something crazy like 860 backers away. So it was quite the ask to be able to reach, 1,860 backers away. That's how far away we were. And we really didn't seem like we were going to make it today. And out of the blue, quite literally, Mattel dropped a bombshell on us thanks to our good friend Manuel Eduardo Coritas, Roy Warez on Instagram. We discovered that Mattel has thrown us another bone and put an extension on to this freaking project, everybody. Yes, indeed. We have another 5 days to go. And I would take a deep dive and see exactly what led to this. And something really interesting, I had no idea that this was Powers of Grayskull. Let's have a look, everybody, at what was on Roy Warez's Instagram page, because this one truly blew my mind. Let's have a look, everybody. So, guys, I did want to just remind everybody that myself and my good friend Mike over at Turner Royalty, we are planning a Masters of the Universe convention in California, everybody. Oh, my goodness. This is the time, everybody. Masters Universe has never been more in the public consciousness than it has been today. And my friend Mike of Attorney Royalty and myself are really planning on doing something special for this brand new Master Universe convention. I mean, come on, seriously. We have a Master Universe movie coming out. We have a freaking video game, which nobody knew about. This is freaking amazing. And of course, we have board games, we have card games, digital card games, and 2000X is making its triumphant return to Master Universe in action figure form for two different freaking parties, guys. Mattel proper and Mondo 2000X. This is crazy. And of course, we can't forget, She-Ra Princess Power did not exactly get a birthday celebration, more like a birthday card. So we have to celebrate the Princess of Power and her anniversary properly. And we want to do that in California next year, 2026. Guys, I'll have more details on this and how we're going to raise funds for this and what we're going to do to actually get this off the ground. And we need your help from the community, from the Master Universe community. Guys, join us, myself and Mike of Attorney of Royalty, as we try our best to figure out what to do to get the Master Universe convention off its feet and into a celebratory location in California so we can make this happen. This is crazy, guys, and I want to thank everybody who's supported us so far, giving us great ideas, giving us great suggestions, and really wanting us to do well with this. Thank you, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll have a website up soon and details on how you guys can help. This is going to be amazing. Heading over to Roy Warez, Manuel Eduardo Coritas' Instagram page. A couple of updates he's been having lately. The first of which, of course, is this incredible artwork by Axel Jimenez. And this is freaking amazing, depicting Lord Pythonus on top of the Snorse. That's what we're calling it now. It is a snake horse, the Snorse, the double-headed chimera. And it's weird. It's almost as if Lord Pythonus is actually, I don't know, fighting with Eldor? This is crazy. I don't know exactly what's happening in the scene. I could be mistaken. I could be wrong. Maybe he's actually trying to thwart Eldor, but it's hard to see. But the next image was very, very interesting in so much that, first of all, seeing Eldor here, that was a huge nod to what's actually been revealed now. But this is crazy. The actual logo itself of the Master Universe Powers of Grayskull showed up on this huge mural that they've decided to make. And now we see the entire thing in its glory, where Eldor is actually fighting a sea serpent of sorts. And again, it's hard to tell. Is Lord Pythonus fighting with Eldor? Or is Lord Pythonus trying to thwart Eldor's powers and try to stop him from making this happen? This is crazy. I was actually completely gobsmacked by this. and I really didn't understand what was really going on. So I was even more perplexed today when I saw this as an announcement, first revealing the fact that something was coming for the Master Universe Powers of Grayskull. But when I clicked on it, I was absolutely shocked to realize that Roy Warez, Manuel Eduardo Caritas on Instagram, was actually announcing that the crowdfund for the Snake Lair has been extended. What? What is going on here, guys? This is crazy. September 2nd, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. PST, 7 days remain to unlock the High Priest Pythonus at MattelCreations.com. Oh my gosh, everybody. This is absolutely nuts. First of all, finding out that we're getting an extension, that was incredible. You know, another 7 days to actually get and unlock Pythonus. Thank you, Mattel. Thank you for this opportunity. And I don't know yet. We're going to take a quick look and see if the payment plans have been unlocked. I'm not sure anybody has actually confirmed that yet, but in the 7-day window, I imagine that Mattel is going to definitely open up those payment plans to make sure that anybody who's backing it now will be able to get those payment plans in place so that it could be easier for them to manage their payments. That would help out a lot and encourage a lot more people to back this project. But the big kicker for me is to find out that this is actually part of the Powers of Grayskull line. I had absolutely no idea. I seriously didn't. I mean, taking a look at this one more time, guys, this is crazy. I mean, obviously, if we zoom out back towards this image, it looks like it's the Powers of Grayskull, something brand new. But no, you go to the second image on the same post, and it's Lord Pythonus in front of the Snake Lair, pretty much indicating that this is part of the Powers of Grayskull line. This is crazy, and the reason I'm so astounded by this is that there hasn't been any indication before that the Powers of Grayskull line and the Snake Men, at least in this iteration, were somewhat aligned. If we look at the box art for Lady Slither, which came out a number of months ago, I think last year, there's no indication that she has ever been or is part of the Powers of Grayskull. It doesn't say here on the front that this is the Powers. It just says Masters of the Universe. We can even see the Snake Lair in the back behind Fangor, right? I mean, this is so odd. And we do know that this is the original iteration of Lady Slither before she got into her skeletal form. So I'm looking around everywhere here to try and indicate whether or not that this is part of the Powers of Grayskull, and I can't find anything. Looking on the card art itself, nothing. Looking on inside of the box, nothing. Taking a look, closer, try to inspect and see if there's anything there. Absolutely nothing. Going on the back, where it showcases the actual box art itself, and there really was nothing there. There was no indication that this was Powers of Grayskull. It was just Masters of the Universe. We even see Lord Pythonus right there, along with the other minions of Lady Slither, and it doesn't showcase anything or indicate anything about the Powers of Grayskull. Even her history, right? In her time, Lady Slither ruled the Snake Men as their Queen Empress, and all the Snake Men lived under one singular purpose, to serve her every wish. Lo, Lady Slither wished nothing more than for the Snake home planet of Nahas to be the center of the universe. And it doesn't talk about anything about the Powers of Grayskull line. The Snake Men returned to Eternia, finally freeing themselves from their Queen Empress from their exile. Now the Master Universe must stop Lady Slither's poisonous plans before the Snake Men. Again, crazy. And this is why I am so enamored by this now, because now we're finding out 100% that Lady Slither is actually, at least this iteration now, right, with this version of the Snake Lair, is now entering or being added to the Powers of Grayskull line. This is crazy, everybody. And now, not only do we get this as proof positive that we're actually going to have more Powers of Grayskull action figures in the works, as it was actually stated by Axel Jimenez that he was working on some Powers of Grayskull artwork. But now we're finding out that the Snake Lair and Lady Slither, the Skeletal Lady Slither, and Lord Pythonus, as well as the Chimera, are actually part of the Powers of Grayskull. In freaking sane. I am over the moon on this revelation. As I said, there was no indication early on, and we really had no idea. But now, thanks to this revelation, this could mean, and almost 100% proof positive, that they're probably going to continue the Powers of Grayskull line now that the Snake Lair has fully funded. And, of course, tantamount to that, the crowdfund has extended to September 2nd, 2025 at 11:59 p.m. PST. 7 days remaining. Heading over to MattelCreation.com, it is confirmed right at the front page. Crowdfund extended. Priest Pythonus demands Weekend Warriors conquer the crowdfunding by extending the date of September 2nd, 2025 at 11 p.m. PST and bring the Slay car home. This is amazing, guys. Heading over to the actual crowdfund itself, and it is true. We have reset the clock from 3 days, less 2 days now, and down, and all the way back to 7 freaking days, ending on September 2nd, 2025. This is incredible, guys. $300 to pledge your support for the Snake Lair and unlock all of the tiers. For the early bird backers, of course, there was Lady Slither in her skeletal form. And then once the Snake Lair unlocked, the Chimera was unlocked along with the Snake Lair. Absolutely stunning. And now we have one last chance, 7 more days to unlock Lord Pythonus, the High Priest of Lady Slither herself, and finally bring this trifecta to fruition. And we have to make this happen, guys. We really need to make this a reality. Guys, mark your calendars down because we don't have much time left. Only 7 days, but I think that that's more than enough time to get to 8,000 backers and unlock everything for the Snake Lair and make this the true crown jewel of the Masters of the Universe missing link. I got to tell you guys, I am absolutely gobsmacked at what was just announced. This is absolutely insane. Not only is the Snake Lair being extended for its crowdfund, but we also found out that this is going to be part of the Powers of Grayskull line, pretty much indicating that the Powers of Grayskull will continue in 2025, moving into 2026 and beyond. And I am super excited to find out because Eldor was teased on the artwork, so I'm almost 100% certain, at least I'm guessing, that Eldor will be the next figure in the Powers of Grayskull line, which will be absolutely amazing. I imagine he's going to be up for the Club Grayskull, but I hope he's not limited to the Club Grayskull only collection. I hope that everyone gets a chance to get Eldor because it really is an amazing opportunity to pick him up as he is key in the Powers of Grayskull. And of course, guys, I can't forget that there are multiple other figures that people really want. Titus, Megator, the list goes on. There are so many great figures, and of course, all the dinosaurs. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could get a Bionatops or a Turbodactyl? That would be freaking amazing. Guys, let me know in the comment section below. What are your thoughts about the extension of the Snake Lair? 7 more days to actually unlock Lord Pythonus. Do you guys think we're going to make it and unlock Lord Pythonus and complete this trifecta for the Snake Lair collection? Or do you think it's still not enough time and 7 days just won't make a difference as we're still going to miss Lord Pythonus, even if it's just by a small margin? And of course, let me know in the comment section below, guys, what are your thoughts about the fact that the Snake Lair is part of the Powers of Grayskull line? And is Eldor going to appear as the next figure in line for the Powers of Grayskull? Let me know those comments in the comment section below, guys. Toy News continues in 2025. As a matter of fact, my friend Mike of Eternia Royalty and I announced earlier on ToyHabits.com that we will be trying our best to create the next Master of the Universe themed convention in California. And we did a full video live stream with Toy Habits to make this announcement. You can take a look at that video right here, guys, and I'll see you guys there. Hope you're all doing well, staying safe. And as always, everybody, thank you very much for watching. We have the power, everybody. We have the power. And the Snake Lair and Lord Pythonus are within our grasp. Good journey, everybody. Eat proud.